high network. I thought I'd better start covering this thing. It's in the top 20 now, and got a nice setup starting here. I just put this over in Discord for a trade. Got a nice setup. We're either going to get this bounce in here and the break, or bounce in here and the break down. So got two nice setups coming here. Um, you know, nice long or nice short. You always wait for the break and the retest. If this thing breaks out, you wait for it to come back, get in, and then go. Same thing with the down. Wait for the retest. You enter there, then you write it down. But you want to learn all that stuff, sign up for Level 3 membership in the description of the video. That gets you into our Discord. We have about 175 members over there, and it gets you 10 hours of videos to watch to teach you how to start charting like this. All right, just one trade like this, you'll get your $15 back, times whatever. This is going to turn out to be a nice trade either way. Pretty big move, excuse me. Now, if you come in here and look on a tighter schedule, you could have 5 waves down here. This could be a 5-wave down move. Whoop, apologize about that. Let's get that off there. You could right here. Show you how this could end up looking. Okay, either 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, which 5 would put this correction down, if it turns into a correction, down to about 66, 67 cents, right in that zone. Okay, right down. Doesn't always hit the 1618 on the dot. Sometimes it goes past it, sometimes it falls short. It all depends, but I would be looking down. We put price labels down here. If we have a breakdown, at least down to probably 75 cents, maybe a little bit lower, 66, 67, anywhere in that box. Now, if it breaks to the upside, all right, we get a break up, you'd be looking for 618 or 702 to start right up in here, and right up at, there's that dollar 37 to $1.44. Now, more than likely, if you get to the break to the upside, probably heading up towards $2. Okay, that would be more realistic with a wedge that size. Right up in this range up here. Okay, which, let's see here, right around $1.98 to $2.13 up in there. Now, it looks like it might break down here just as I'm doing this video. It looks like it's starting to maybe break this lower trend line. Let's zoom in a little bit and take a look. Like I said, if that does break down, look for a wave 5 down here. It's getting very close to breaking down here. It's right in let's see here, right about there is right for that trend line. Yeah, you learn this stuff, guys. Just this one trade, I'm telling you, this one trade here, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I jumped in a short right up in here when it got rejected. If it runs down to target, down in this area, I'll make $375, just off this one little trade here, which will probably take a couple hours. So you can make your money back fairly quick. They're not all winners. Believe me, I lose them too. We all do. You cannot win every single trade, that's for sure. But you get your $15 worth, no doubt about it. Just the videos alone, the knowledge you'll learn from that, will definitely pay off for you. Now, like I said, you get a breakdown to the downside, look for 75 to 60, 67, 68 cents. You get a break to the upside. That first target in here would be up, right around $1.43, and more than likely up towards $2. Now, it looks like it's kind of starting to break down here. Yeah, so would probably looking for the 68 to 75 cent range. Now, if we come out on a 4-hour, you do have all kinds of waves here, which look like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This thing has had a really nice run up, and a possible possible correction here. No big deal. On a 4-hour here, you can see this candle came up to $1. Was that $1.28 or so? It got rejected. Let's put that on the 1 hour and see. On the 15 minutes, it's getting very, very close. You can see it has broke the trend line here. Okay. Now, as far as Bitcoin dominance goes, that thing is starting to break down, that's why we're seeing the big numbers we're seeing. It barely has started to break down, barely, like 3%. Let me show you this. It's awesome. And if you guys do like the leverage trade, there's a link for Weeks in the description of the video. Please go check them out. I use them every single day. I like Weeks a lot, and I would appreciate it if you use the link. It definitely helps the channel out a ton. And I want to thank you for definitely tuning in here. 100%. I appreciate that. If you'd like to, I'd love to see you sign up as a member. That would be awesome. You can see the break here on a daily. Make it a little bit easier to see. Look at that. Look at Bitcoin dominance. Let's get this volume out of the way. Hide that. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. So there's your trend line, this white line, right, coming up through here, and finally it's broke. It started back in December, the beginning of December, January, February, March, April, May, and finally starting to break. And if you zoom out and look at this move, it is nothing in the bigger picture, right? That move is right there, okay? This is the line here, the big one, the yellow one, that we want to see break. Once that starts, look out. All right, the last alt season over here lasted about 6 months. Is this one going to last that long? I don't know. It's hard to say. You start getting big, huge candles. It could go pretty quick. I would expect probably at least 90 days, 3 months of alt season action. Look what it's done to the market over here. Look at these bubbles for the week. This is your top 100. Look what it's done. I mean, you'll see stuff like this daily. Once this thing really starts dropping, oh my gosh, you'll see stuff like this daily. So everything out there is looking great, guys. You're gonna have corrections. That's part of the game. That's just the way it goes. Now, if we look at the RSIs here on Pi, let's look at the daily. The daily's right at the top here, getting oversold. Weekly. Don't have a weekly on here yet. 12-hour coming down. You got the 12 coming down, the 8 coming down. All right, so looking like you could get a correction here, and a push down. So keep an eye on that. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate it very, very much, and I'll talk to you soon.